What you doing in here?
Well, we went to try to hook up to the truck, and then all of a sudden, it seemed like the left jack was going up, but the right one wasn't. So I guess I get to take a little bit at a time and get this jack to go up about 1.5 feet.
He brought us out of the darkness and into the light. He brought us out of the darkness and into the light. He has lifted our blindness and he gave us his sight. He brought us out of the darkness and into the light. And we sing, oh, 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 oh.
Don't like your hair?
No, I don't like my hair.
We are no longer slaves.
It is a travel day for us. As you can see, we are hooked back up after a week of being back home unexpectedly.
It was a hard week, but we're happy to be back on the road and try to regain a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah.
So
We are headed to Memphis, Tennessee for our first ever Abundant Journey meetup. We have one family, at least two, meeting us there.
yeah.
Yeah. And we're just going to hang out in Memphis and at Meemam-Shelby State Park.
Right? Yeah. And hopefully we'll be able to have a really good day at the zoo. And I know that's on the docket. And we really don't have very much else planned necessarily, so it's kind of open. But I'm sure there's tons to do.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
Even just sitting around talking and letting the kids play is going to be nice.
yeah. So, a little thing though, we did have something weird happen with the rig before we left this morning.
Nothing
And-
can ever go smooth.
No.
It seems like we say that every video. But maybe we're just learning that RV living.
Or maybe it's us.
Maybe.
But anyways, the jacks wouldn't work. The front jacks wouldn't work. It kept saying that we're at an excessive angle, but I've seen this thing at more of an angle than when we had it, and we've never had that warning. So I finally had to get up in there and do a manual kind of raise of just the right jack, and I worked it back and forth a few times. I don't know if it was just stuck at a certain point.
I'm so worried.
But finally, it just went. Like, just all of a sudden, it decided, okay, I'm ready, and it just worked. And then went up, and we were able to hook on and peel out. But oh man, I was nervous for a second because I thought we had a bad jack, and we
Still might.
Well, we still might, yeah. But the place that we were, it would have been difficult to fix, get the part in. So, anyways, but we're at least on the road.
We're on the road. Took us about an hour extra to get out of there, but we're on the road and nowhere to go and all day to get there.
That's what they say.
All eyes are on you, for you have redeemed our souls. You won't let go. You redeemed our souls. You won't let go. He brought us out of the darkness.
What do you think of the highway?
I missed the highway. Like, as soon as we got on the interstate, that's when it got worse.
Out of the darkness and into the light.
Hey everybody. So, kind of an interesting way to start this particular clip, but this is kind of the downside, I guess you could say, of RV living and still having to work. So, we are here at Meemam-Shelby State Park, right outside Memphis, Tennessee, just north of it. And this was going to be like our first meetup, right? That we were trying to all get planned out as an event and everything. And we had one family that came and joined us, which is great. And we'll get them on video later, and we'll have a blast here because I think we're gonna go see the big giant pyramid in Memphis and all that. So, but before we get going, I still have to work, right? But this is the downside of full-time RV living, is not every place you go is gonna have great internet or great coverage, you know, so if you're, you know, for your cell phones and all that, right? So we have a WeBoost on our RV, which we did a video on that. And even with that WeBoost, I'm only getting like 1 megabyte download with our internet that we use. So here I am. I'm sitting right outside the office here at the park, and they have a guest Wi-Fi. And yes, I guess I could go and sit inside, but they didn't really want that, and that's fine. So we're sitting out here. I was getting low on power, so found me a plug right outside here and getting some files uploaded and downloaded. But hey, I'm getting work done. And what's really cool though is I love this, because while I'm sitting here waiting for files to just kind of churn, I've been able to go a little walk, and there's just some beautiful flowers and stuff all around here. So this is still better than the office. Am I right? Let's be honest, that's one of the reasons why we do what we do, right? This is one of the reasons why full-time families have decided to start traveling like this, is to get out of the office mentality, to get out of those four walls and just get out. Just get out. Because now you get the luxury, you get the freedom of working wherever you want. Network permitting. But even then, if you are dedicated, if you are committed to the lifestyle, you can find internet. You can find a way to work. No, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be, just right around the corner. I actually started the morning. I drove to McDonald's first to get Wi-Fi from there, but their lobby wasn't open. So I sat in the parking lot and got a little bit of work done. And then the funny thing was, I drove back, was getting ready to go back to the campsite, got a text message. It was like, there's something else I had to take care of. I'm like, oh, well, bummer. So I pulled in. You can kind of see my truck behind me. Pulled into the office here. I was just going to ask them, hey, do you guys have any insight on where we could go to get Wi-Fi? And they're like, yeah, right here. So it was really funny. I drove 15 minutes one way into town, and then the park office, which is like a 5-minute drive from our campsite, has Wi-Fi. But anyways, I would love to hear, how do you guys find Wi-Fis, public Wi-Fis? How do you find a place to work? What is your go-to? Like, do you always go to a Panera? Do you always go to a McDonald's? Or is there some place that you know of, it's like, you know what, this is a place that I try to find anywhere I go to get some work done, to get that Wi-Fi on and get your coffee on, whatever you want to do. What's your guys' go-to when it comes to working remotely? And not just working remotely, but road work, right? Because working remotely, at least sometimes you have like a home office or something like that, or you're staying in one town, so you know where to go. But when you're road working, you don't always know where to go. It's roll the dice, and hopefully maybe the lobby's open. Hopefully their Wi-Fi is working well. Sometimes you go to McDonald's or something like that, and their Wi-Fi is getting like 2 meg down because everybody's on it, and you can't get any work done that way. So luckily the park office here, they had about 8 meg download, which isn't bad. That's enough to check email and stuff like that. But if you are committed to wanting to be on the road and have the freedom to work wherever you want, it's worth it. It's worth a little bit of inconvenience to find some internet.
We are headed to the Memphis Zoo today, so we are just getting packed up. I've packed lunch already because we'd prefer to just pack our lunch and not have to pay for food. And then I pack my baby wearer, which you can't really tell there. That's my baby wearer, because we did not take a stroller with us on this adventure. So if a kid gets tired, at least one of our little two, we'll just strap them on, and that's easy enough, small enough to pack in the backpack. And if we don't need it, then that's fine too. Where are we going today?
The zoo.
Where are we going today?
Zoo.
What animal do you want to see?
Moo. No moo.
No, there probably won't be cows.
Yeah.
What other animals?
I don't know.
What's on your other shoes?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Turtle.
There might be turtles. What else could there be? Could there be a giraffe?
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What about a bear?
Bear. there. Even dinosaurs are really there.
Dinosaurs are gonna be at the zoo?
She said, but they're little. But they're there.
What about monkeys?
Even baby sharks. They put them in.
Baby sharks will be at the zoo?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
And I feel brand new. Brand new.
I'm excited today. Say that again. What did you think of the zoo?
Hot and good.
What was your favorite animal?
Turtle.
The turtles. Isaac?
I'll take the monkey because they look.
Okay. And Hannah? The giraffes. Pretty cool. A good day at the zoo.
Actually, I like the rhino than the elephant.
The rhino. We are loaded up in the truck, headed to find a bike trail. We have not done our research, so hopefully our little people can go on these bike trails. At the Passion Play, the bike trails were extreme. So hopefully these are nice, gentle trails. We've got Joseph and Jen and their family behind us.
Okay, we made it to one of the first checkpoints on the bike trail, and I don't like my head in helmets. Have I ever said that? I don't like my head in helmets.
Random.
Sorry.
I think my helmet's supposed to be more like there though.
Yeah. I think Bell's is backwards on your helmet. Okay, anyway, so we made it to the first checkpoint here on the bike trail at Meemam-Shelby State Park. What'd you think of the first little leg?
That's
What'd you think?
yeah. You don't know, but I was going really slow.
Yeah, we have our 4-year-old daughter knows how to bike, but
She's very cautious.
very cautious. She did have an accident
Right.
a couple weeks ago, but she did really well. So anyway,
But
she's
very, very scared. Anytime there looks like there might be a cliff, she's very worried.
Yes, so she has her training wheels on her bike, but they really need to be off of her bike.
Yeah, she was riding this morning without them. I just didn't know what kind of trail we were going on, so I put them back on.
Yeah, right.
But
So, but it's all paved. The whole trail looks to be paved, at least to this checkpoint.
yeah,
It looks like it's actually an old service road, and then there's these old, I don't know if you saw them on your way in, because you were...
all the picnic tables.
Yeah, that were like really wore down.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Very old.
Wore down. Listen, old, but I was thinking, whatever.
Not taken care of.
Dilapidated, I think is the word I was trying to find. But anyways, sorry for that. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of an interesting little ride because it looks like you're riding through an abandoned part of the park.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. But easy ride.
Oh,
very
yeah.
easy
Very
ride.
easy.
Very kid friendly. All the kids were able to keep up. In fact, the 2 boys just went back down the trail and now they're back again. So, but it does keep going, and I think we're gonna go just a little bit farther and see.
You might be.
Well, you said you might take the training wheels off. So
We'll see.
but anyways, very easy ride. Very recommend the trail here at Meemam-Shelby. So what do you think? Was it worth the descent?
We just got off and walked.
All right, so we are on our way to one last little event here with the first Abundant Journey meetup. We're going to go check out Beale Street on downtown Memphis. It's a pretty legendary place. We're going to see what it's all about. Oh, blue suede shoes, and you're supposed to guess the flavor. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah.
Put you in a long dress, I'll put you in my t-shirt. Either way, you're a sight for these sore eyes.
So as you can see, we had a fabulous time here at Meemam-Shelby State Park with our first meetup. It was a great time. We really liked how it went. We had nothing planned. We just wanted to do life together. We kind of failed at taking videos of us eating together as a family, but that's because we were so immersed in enjoying each other's company that we didn't have time to do that. We just enjoyed spending time with them. And we just kind of talked about, hey, what do you guys want to do? What's your family want to do? And we made a kind of agenda and did things like that worked for both families. So the bike riding and going to, we went to Bass Pro as well, because, that's a whole half-day adventure in itself, looking at all the fish. And we just decided what to do together. So it was a really great time. We enjoyed having fun together and living life together. We really hope that you, if you want to meet us and we definitely want to meet you, could sign up for one of these or message us. We'd love to meet up. We love meeting families on the road and enjoying life together.